And we're live. It's blaring. Okay, short video today. I want to get my glasses. What I want to do is, number one, I'm working on a new microphone. So this isn't in my face all the time. I'll just use this for the podcast. But so what I'm working on today is just this arm. And it's that skeleton arm that kind of goes down by the owl. It is a lighter blue than the front. Here's how the owl turned out, by the way. It's getting there. I got to go back and touch up quite a bit of it. But that's kind of where we're at with that for now. It is a lighter blue than the front here. So I am going to shoot for that. Add just a little glaze medium. That needed to be shaken up. And some extender. So I have it. And we're going to start with basically the same colors I've been working with. This just plain blue. And the back side of it, I'm assuming, well, I don't know. Hold on. The way it sits on the base is different than how it sits in the picture. So it's a little difficult to kind of figure out the right way to do it. That needs some black. Oops. Oh, and I forgot. I'll do it later. I have to update the title. I'll do it later. So let's see where we go. So let me just pull this off for a second. So here's what I'm talking about. This sits, it's more like the way the wrist is. Maybe I glued it wrong as part of it. I don't know. So I'm going to try and aim to have it on there like this. So it's going to be, well, that's not going to work. Maybe I should break it and re-glue it. Because it needs to be more like that. Yeah, I'm gonna grab my glue. So that could have, the directions were not clear when it came to where that needed to go. So let me, I've kind of switched everything, like building wise, like tools and building models is on the other side of the room now. And this is strictly painting. So what I'm doing is just kind of carving this out. And I'm going to white balance. Yeah, it resets the settings every time on OBS. I don't know why. So I'm going to get rid of this. Watch me cut myself live on air. Almost did right there. All right. Now I'm not going to use plastic welder here because it's just not going to be sufficient. I'm going to pre-spray this with Zip Kicker. And before it, I'm going to bend it slightly there. That works a little better. I know it's a little off camera, but that's, I think, a better than how I had it. It reaches a little better. Yep. So that was a mistake. Now we got to kind of let that dry for a minute. Okay. Yeah, I'll update the title later. I think it still says owl, but that should be good. All right, I'm going to take just some black paint. Should use... I was going to say I should use primer, but... oh well. Now, some of this is going to have the reds and yellows, whereas some of it's still going to be just plain black. Let's look at that. Hello, how's it going? Okay. Now, I got a ton of stuff on my desk. All right, so going with the box art, which I need to take that picture down eventually, but it's going to kind of sit like this. So underneath the hand is going to be mostly black. Underneath the backside of the bones are going to be black. There is a yellow edge to them. When I look at the box art versus that picture, again, the picture I have on the stream is slightly different. There is like a yellow edge to some of this. So I'm going to kind of keep a lot of this black underneath and just see what it looks like. But just start with that. I'm going to get a little extender and some of this Pro Acryl dark blue gray, just plain like that. Well, good luck working. At least you're working. That's good. Whereas a lot of people right now aren't. And I go back to work soon. This stupid light blows my face out. That's better. Which I'm not looking forward to. I like summer break. So just kind of brushing that on. Probably need to move this a bit. It's kind of in shadow. There we go. This is just the plain dark gray blue. And just kind of, again, the cool thing about this is it's more painterly. It's not trying to match it stroke for stroke, trying to make it look real. Just getting the same feeling that the box art is the goal. So try and put this back on here so it's a little easier. Again, hobby holder, they work great. Just with some fun tack. I'm gonna have to do kind of a blend down here, so I'm gonna put extender on here first. Strange times indeed. I'm going to take some black and blend it up. And some black. I need to look up there more. Some black just kind of around this edge. Now I'm probably going to have to run the hairdryer during this one in order to do it the right speed. And I'm putting black in there. I am going to do the same wash that I used on the owl. It seemed to help quite a bit. Still just doing the blue-gray. Blue-gray. I gotta remember to talk louder sometimes. Now I'm just gonna mix in some standard straight blue on top of that. I'm going to try and hit the one side a little more. Like on this pinky, it's not the top, but more the side of this. Spent a lot of time upgrading studio stuff yesterday. Just rebuilding shelves and moving things around. Plan is to do more recorded videos too, so that it's not you don't get the full 19-hour experience, and just kind of whittle them down a bit. Gotta do something real quick. The thumb you don't even see in the box art, so I'm assuming it's kind of the same way as the rest. Oops. But you'd get a little more light, I think. This part. So let's hit this edge. And there it is a lot lighter. So again, I'm slowly kind of just building up that color. I need some ivory. Where is it? No, I'm going to use this bright warm gray instead. Pop some of that in there. Drop in paint. Just kind of, let's see. Mix a little bit of all three together. And just kind of touch on some of the higher points. Trying to find a good way to support it. Oh, he's here. Hello, Firebender. Get in here. So I don't know. Again, I keep forgetting it's up there. It does look a lot lighter. Yes. Let's. The kid next door screaming. I didn't know what that was for a second. No, that's a saw. I don't even know if you guys can hear it. There is a color I want to try. No, I'll use that more on the skin, I think, or the ghost skin. It's a wash I haven't tried yet. This side of them is going to have the yellow down the edge. Oh, my date. Uh-oh, what's wrong with the audio? Day's okay so far. Tell me what's wrong with the audio. Is it because I keep going over here? Or is it because I'm telling you this stupid mic? I got to work on it. It's the next thing getting fixed. But if there's something majorly wrong, let me know. Because if I have to keep moving over here, it loses. That's why, yeah, there's a fix coming. Promise. Yeah, it's if I'm not talking directly in, it doesn't work. I think. How's your day? You ready to go back? It's kind of dried a little bit there, so that's good. Oh, come on. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Actually, my next door neighbor, he is an eighth grader going into, he's a freshman now, but he went to the other junior high in the area. And I told him to look out for you. You guys could be best friends. He's worried about going back too. Put a little more black in there. All right. Don't focus on. Why? All right. I don't know if you can see it, but I put like the tiniest tip of white on there. I teach art at junior high right now. What Gundam kit did you get? And where did you get it from? What did you do? Tell me the story. You broke it. You broke it putting it together, or it broke? It was broke already in the box. There's a bug in here? What? So I'm just kind of layering up the colors on there. Not blending them as much because that's what the box art looks like. That would be possibly the worst guess. I think I have a learning, and I'm not even kidding. I have a learning disability when it comes to math. Spent most of elementary school crying at the kitchen table trying to do math homework. Well, you could always, if it depends on the break, you can fix it with some glue. It depends what it is. If you want, send me a picture of it, and I'll see if there's any way to fix it. Or you could always stop over at the school and drop it off, and I can try and fix it. Kind of want, this is too wet to test it to see. Kind of works. So it's going to get noisy here for a second. I'm going to have to hair dry this. I'll kind of do it away. Okay. I think that took care of it. Getting paint all over me. Yeah, it's okay. Except it made. Oh, shoot. I don't know if the extent. What's up with that? It's because it's hot. I should have thought about that. Okay. So let's game this out a bit. Did I get some glue on there? Yep. So this is going to kind of come from there. So the yellow is going to be, I don't think this part of it needs anything. We're going to need yellow here, some yellow there, and then on this side of every finger. What's behind me? Oh, yeah, that's what my studio looks like. Hey, look, there's my it's the big rabbit I'm working on or repairing for my friend. Those are all unbuilt model kits back there, and then there's more in the garage. Let's do a quick turnaround. And I forgot to turn that light off back there. I'll grab that. All right. Makes it more dramatic with those lights off. So, yellow. A mess is good. Well, it looks like a lot of this paint chunked up on my palette. You can kind of see. So what are we gonna do? And I don't. That's more because I think of the extender I put in it. Put some water. See what happens. Some water. I will when we're done here. So I'll start with that. Nope, too chunky. Let's see what this does. Okay. So now I'm going to kind of lay it on its side. Yeah. Nope, not going to work. Got to put new paint out. And I think I'm just going to do right now orange, the light rust from Vallejo. And some new yellow. Yeah, this palette paper is getting kind of old. It's time to probably switch it out. But I was hoping to kind of get all this done before I did that. But real life has gotten in the way, so I haven't had a lot of stuff finished. So I'm going to start with the light rust with nothing in it. And I'm kind of just going to paint the edge here. And it would be more here. A little bit in here. And some in there. Now I can always blend some black over that later, which is kind of probably the best plan. Oh, there's gonna maybe some here. That is actually, if what you want to look up is it's called zenithal priming or zenithal highlighting, where, and that's kind of what I've been doing too. And I didn't do it with this because it's not what we need to do for this because of the way I'm painting it, but it's called zenith. A lot of the miniature guys do it. I don't know. You probably might be aware of it. You might not be. And if you're not, check it out. Look up YouTube and look up zenithal highlighting. And it's where you just take basically white, black, and gray primers and pre-shade the entire kit. And then you do your colors over that in kind of like glazes and washes, and it works amazingly. Like, it is really, really, really cool way to do things. And if you just seriously check it out, they always do it on small scale, but I tried it on a couple larger scale things, and it totally works. But it gives you a nice starting point. Check it out. Zenithal highlighting or zenithal priming is a good way to look it up. That's a cool kit, by the way. I was going through my stuff, and I think I have Mike's the Maggot Boy is painted upstairs. But the missing link guy, I still have that in a box sitting here. I don't know why this orange is so... So it's mostly looking at it from this way. You never see it on the box that way, so it looks kind of strange. You're looking at it more like that, so that's why it might look a little weird. And I'll probably have to tone that down too. Why am I so shaky? Could be the coffee. I don't know why I do it. I'll drink coffee right before. Hey, Marcus. Government name. Firebender. Black coffee. I might be gone by the time you get back because I'm really just going to kind of work on this arm today. So now with yellow. Man, what is going on? But I caught myself. I fixed it. I'm going to have to get a beep button. Again, it's looking more... I want it... Let's get the right angle. Like that is kind of what we're going for. Yes, I did. Disrespect would be banning you from the channel. Maybe I'll do that. That'd be funny. Going back with some rust to kind of tone some of it down. Like right there, that looks pretty good. Then be nice. It's a rare exception. There's only one other, well, he's a current student that I allow on here. Ugh. That's true. Of course, yellows and oranges are the hardest to paint with, and they're proving than their normal self right now. Still looking for that perfect yellow paint that just covers instantly. Don't think it exists. So now this yellow kind of glazed over the blue is going to create a little bit of green. So it looks kind of like that like glowy kind of effect. So there's a lot of water on my brush, and that probably didn't have enough. But if I go back and erase some of it, should take care of that. So wet brush, a little bit of yellow. I mean a little bit of yellow, like it's, you can barely see it. Here's the other mistake I think I've made most of my life as a garage kit painter. And then I learned this kind of from the miniature guys. You don't, let me find one example. This brush, I've always like, oh, I need a smaller brush to paint those details. Nope. You want this kind of brush with the same kind of point, but you load it up and you don't have to keep going back to your palette so many times. And it stores all that paint in there. And it was a game changer for me after like going, oh, wait a minute. Tiny brush doesn't actually mean better. Because see, I had this and it's still ready to go. Now, yeah, there's a time and a place for the tiny brushes, but it helps quite a bit to have a big brush with a great tiny fine point. Now, I don't like one spot. I'm sure if you're watching, you can kind of tell this. I gotta fix that. Excuse me. What else is everybody else out there working on? If you're building anything, how far along? I mean, you got it primed, that Morlock. see if I can do the same thing here again. So we're looking, where's it? Again, that is not what the box art is. Angle it. That's closer. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. Put a little more blue. Work on the opposite side of these a little bit. And again, I don't know if you can, I just put a tiniest little drop of white on there. And again, wet brush with a little bit of yellow. So I'm kind of tapping it on and then watering it down. And how long we've been going? It's 40. Yeah, we're gonna trying to keep these under an hour at this point until I go more recorded videos, so it's easier to watch. And now it's just straight black on this side. The wet brush, kind of doing the same thing. Video chat, that's what this is. And no, never on the other thing. Do you still have your school email from our school? Because we could do it that way. All right. So I think that's what I want it. Come on, focus. That's kind of where I want it to be. Is more. I don't like. This might have a bit much on there. Yeah, that toned it down. I like that. Okay. Because then... Nope, that's not how it works. So that's what it looks like. There, maybe a little yellow there. All right, hair dryer time again real quick. And let's get that stupid fun tack off. Okay. So let's see what it looks like base wise. It goes up here. That kind of works. It's kind of hard to get the right angle with this camera, the way it's set up, but that's how it's going to go. That works. That works for me. Probably touch it up a little later. The owl still needs a little bit of work. Yeah. Okay. So it totally works. All right. I'll be back. Thanks everybody for watching today. I'll put this up. I'm going to change the title. I'll work on that a little bit. And then we are going to start on the figure very soon. I got a little bit more work to do on the background. And I might just do that off camera, save some time. But this turned out okay. It turned out okay. All right, everybody. Talk to you later.